What's up today, our wonderful family? Thank you for tuning in to another video. Listen, we're so grateful to have you. And listen, it really means a lot that you'll take time out of your day to tune in to these videos. So we're forever grateful for that, okay? So what we're about to do is we're gonna read the next question that we received. How long should you date before you propose to her, okay? Or in other words, how long should a guy date someone before he drops down on his kneecap, you know, and asks her the question that she's pretty much been waiting for from the very first day? So how do you feel about that? How long should a guy date?
I don't think that there's a timeline. I think as long as y'all are progressing towards marriage, that it really doesn't matter. I mean, that may take some people 2 months, it may take a year, but I don't think that there's a definite timeline. I mean, if you got to a year and you haven't talked about marriage at all, I think that is a huge problem. I think after a year,
flag, you know?
Yeah, I think after a year, you should definitely be having serious conversations about if this is for you, and if not, I mean, I would start to second guess and probably even call it quits, just because I don't want to waste time.
Right. Hey, and listen, I agree. I agree. You know, and you know, like she said, you know, call it quits. I mean, really, in my opinion, you know, a guy will naturally lead, right, what he wants to, where his destination is. In other words, if I wanted to take my wife to the zoo, let's just say we want to go to the zoo in 2 weeks, right? I would be talking about that during the, like, I would spark a conversation up, like, hey, like, what's your favorite animal? You know, and I tell you that I like, you know, I've always liked baboons, you know. I'm just joking. But I would engage in conversations leading towards that. Like one day walking through the store, I might say, hey, we might should get some of those hats, you know, to keep the sun off our head, because out there in the zoo, you know, well, my head gonna, you know, get sunburned real easy, but you get what I'm saying. So in other words, you will be able to tell by my actions, like, hey, like I can tell we're getting closer and closer to going to the zoo. I mean, this man got, you know, a hat, you know, he got sunscreen, you know, he got some new running shoes out there in case one of the animals break out, you know. He got all kind of stuff going on. So what am I saying? I'm saying that you will be able to know by his pattern and by his actions, you know. Right, exactly, the fruit, exactly. You know, a tree can be a tree, right? But you have to really judge it by the fruit. Right. Okay. Anybody, like, if there's a tree out there, anybody can tell me that's a banana tree, that's an apple tree, and it sounds good, you know. And like my mouth might start watering and thinking, you know, I want an apple, you know. But if you give that tree enough time, you know, you're gonna see what's gonna come off of that tree, right? It might be a shotgun that grow off that tree. You just never know. Okay. Another thing I jotted down right here, maybe on the other note. Look like I had the time. Well, I'm gonna cut that out. Gas bill. I thought I was sitting on the toilet.
Different for everyone.
I was laughing because in this note I got some stuff to get for my stomach from the store. Pepto-Bismol and gas pills and stuff, Imodium and stuff like that. Been a rough couple of days over here. So I've been looking at my phone. I really can't find the other note that I thought I made, but I believe I have it in my mind. Okay, so pretty much where I'm trying to get at is, generally a man knows in his mind, right, if he can see himself marrying you, okay, no matter what type of situation that someone may be in the middle of dating someone for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, right? You may feel like, well, you know, he hasn't given me an answer, or we never talked about that, right? Like we never even had that type of conversation. But rest assured that he has thought about it, okay? And even if he hasn't thought about it himself, his mom or somebody has brought it up. Hey, I see you know, you've been bringing that girl around for, you know, 10 years, you know, you plan on marriage, like somebody has brought that conversation up on the radar, which really has led him to really process and come to a conclusion in his mind, like, man, I ain't gonna marry, like that's just for fun. Or in other words, I'm just gonna string her along until I find someone better. Like, he has already processed it in his mind. So it's best to, you know, have those kind of conversations. A man generally knows if he is going to marry you, and I firmly believe that it doesn't take a man 10 million years, right? It doesn't take him 10 million years to decide, right, if he wants to spend the rest of his life with you.
Right. But that also doesn't give us as women the right to like make the process faster. I mean, I know for us, I mean, you knew that I was your wife. And really you're just waiting on the green light from the Lord to say propose. So but we talked about those things, but I never was like, well, it needs to happen now, it needs to happen. I mean, in my mind I had a time frame, and it really wasn't. When you did it, it was actually further. I didn't think that you would do it, you know, in November. But as women, I think we do need to have a standard and stick to it. I knew that I didn't want to be someone's like side piece, or be like this fun person that you would never marry. I know I didn't want to waste my time or waste someone else's time. I wanted someone that knew what they wanted and had a purpose from the beginning. What we were gonna do, whether that was 3 months into it or a year into it or whatever. I wanted someone that knew where we were going, and shared that with me.
That's good. That's good. And kind of like she was saying, you know, she never pressured me or like put me on a time schedule. Like, you know, we have to be married by this amount of time, or you have to propose by this time. But as a man, that should not give you the cue to just relax and be like, well, we're just gonna have fun. You know, like it's just so fun when we're together. You know, like I'm just gonna date you, you know, forever, right? Like as a man, you have to have a goal, right? And I believe that comes from prayer. That comes from seeking the Lord, okay? And really, what you want to ask the Lord is, Lord, is this my wife?
From the beginning.
Right? Yeah, from the very beginning. But before you take on that first date and y'all go to Burger King and y'all get a number 7, you know?
What is a number 7?
The number 7, that's the chicken fries, huh?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay, something like that. I don't know. But look, before you take her on that special date to McDonald's, you know, y'all playing the balls outside, you know, before y'all before any of the glitz and the glamour, before any of that, like you really want to seek direction from the Lord. Ask the Lord, look, Lord, reveal to me if this is the one, because Lord, if not, I don't want to waste your daughter's time. Like I don't want to sit face to face in front of a woman for 3 hours, laughing, holding conversations, talking about, you know, the future and different things like that, if this is not the one. And trust and believe me when I'm telling you this, God, listen, God honors that. God honors that compassion. God honors the fact that you care for him enough to care about the heart of his daughter, right? Because if she does view you as a true man of God and you are not doing this the right way, let's say you're just stringing her along, well, guess what? You just damaged one of God's daughters.
Right.
You know, now God has to clean up that mess. You know, you're going to go on your own way and go to the next woman or go back doing what you were doing, right? But God has to come clean up that mess. But his word says he's always near to the brokenhearted, you know, so literally it's nothing for God to repair a heart and shape her back up. But help God out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Don't just go around crushing people. Like really, really, really seek direction from the Lord. And if God gives you the green light that is your wife, then you can bring her to Jack in the Box, you know, and y'all can go you know, sit at that look, you know, you always want to get the table in the corner, okay? It's, hey, you gotta, somebody might sneak up behind y'all, you know what I'm saying?
So you're talking about us being the daughters of Christ, and I was actually listening to a podcast, and the guy was talking about how God revealed to him that not only are we the daughters of Christ, but like once we're married, you should be considering God like your father-in-law. And like think about your father-in-law in the flesh. Good. Like you wouldn't want to disappoint or like hurt his daughter or anything like that. Like you take even more pride because you're like, man, like, I mean, I think about the dad that has like the shotgun or something, good, like, man. Don't mess with my daughter kind of thing. And it's like, oh crap, like this is serious. So not just him being like my father, but like him being your father-in-law. Like,
man. So. Boy, hey, that's good.
As a woman watching this video, I challenge you to, number 1, know your worth. Secondly, I challenge you to have a relationship with Jesus and make sure that you're praying yourself and asking God to reveal if this is your husband or not. You don't want to go by what he says or what other people say. People are going to say that you look cute together and you would make a great couple and all these things, but really seek God and have other people in your corner that will seek God on your behalf.
Yeah, that's good. That's real good, man. That's some good advice right there. Ladies, do exactly what she said, and I would like to challenge the men also to be the leader in this situation. Like, have these conversations. You know, listen, if you've been dating someone for 5 or 6 years, right, it's not too late to have those conversations.
Right.
You know, you could take her on a date to McDonald's, get that little corner, a little corner booth, right? You know, put your napkin on your lap, tuck it in your shirt, and you know, but I'm being silly with all that. But what I'm saying is to initiate that conversation, like bring up marriage, right? Like talk about it. You may you may just want to be real with her, say, hey, listen, you know, this is where I'm at right now. You know, like honestly, I don't have a desire for marriage, you know. And then she might get up and flip the whole table over, and you might never hear from. She might say, why didn't you tell me that 5 years ago, right? Right. Like I'm just being honest with you, all right? I'm just trying to prepare you in case the table get flipped over and it land on your foot, all right? Because then that's a doctor bill that you got to pay. So I'm just
but that one moment of anger,
right, yeah,
is worth it.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
yeah, compared
to your entire life not knowing or whatever.
Exactly.
Some women are gonna get angry at that, but then again, we should really appreciate it that's your way out.
Right.
To actually, you know, go back before the Lord and seek Him on what to do next, how to heal, how to be made whole, and then that your husband would be able to find you. Yeah, exactly. We just hope that this right here really encourage you to really step out and do the right thing. Like she said, as a woman, you know, she challenged you to know your worth, and as a man, I challenge you to initiate those conversations. The woman deserves, right, to know where you're headed, right? If you're the leader, you need to let them know where you're going, you know? For example, if a little kid is outside dribbling a basketball and this little kid tells me, hey, we're going to the park to play basketball, I'm gonna follow the little kid. It doesn't matter how old he is. He could be 4 years old, right? Like he knows where he's going, right? But if he's just dribbling the ball, just wandering around, you know, like I don't know where we're headed, right? So as a leader, take the initiative to bring those conversations up. Let the woman know where we're headed, and I guarantee you, not only will she respect you more, right, but that will prepare you for the future, because women always want to know where they're headed or where you're going or where your vision is. Okay, so listen, we love you all, and listen, we are praying for you all, and we just want to let you all know, listen, that we are here for you. Okay, and down in the description box we have our Instagram names, our Facebook links, anything like that. Feel free, listen, to reach out, send us a message, send us your phone number. We give you a call. You know, we keep you accountable. Listen, we're here to help you out. Okay, so we love you all. Also, one more thing, well, actually 2 more things. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, okay? That way you get notified every single time that a video comes up. And also make sure you hit that bell. You know, they have a little bell with a little line going through it. You know, and listen, all you have to do, it don't have to be the index finger. You can use your pinky finger. All right, you can use your palm. You can use whatever you want, okay? But use something. Just use something, okay? And hit that button, and it's gonna send you an instant alert. Okay, you'll be one of the first people to get notified as soon as a video goes up. Okay, and last but not least, drop us a comment down below. Okay, just say what's up if you want to, or you can drop us a video topic, because listen, we read those comments. That's what we pull, you know, these topics from, and you know, we want to speak to your question. We love you all. Thank you all again for your time, and we will talk to you in the very next video.